Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna have a little go at some different paper flowers. Some I've made before, some I haven't made before. These over here were my little test runs before I got some gardening sticks, because these are way better to work with. And they're cheap enough, they're like a couple of quid for 50. So that's good. We don't need those, that's for another day. So, on my test, I had mixed results. Now, these guys, nice and easy. Cupcake cases. Done those loads of time before. So that was no issue. That was well easy. Got that done, no problem whatsoever. This one, it's the centre of a flower. Again, done that before, so fairly easy. This one, rose, came out really good. So again, they're nice and easy. Now, that one I hadn't done before, not come out too bad, but does just look like screwed up paper on a stick. So we'll see. Here's where it got really interesting. Now, this was my first attempt at this particular style of flower, and it looks like it came out really well, and it did, even though I didn't do it right. This mess was the second attempt at that particular style of flower, where I did do it right, and it came out looking like I got angry with it. It's a mess. So that's where it'll get interesting. We'll start out with what we know. I'll save the... well, I might do these today. We'll see. We'll start out with the rose, because that is nice and pretty and straightforward. This we'll save for the end. See what we end up with. So, got lots of different kinds of coloured paper, because when I was about to start that project I realised, oddly enough, I didn't have any coloured paper. I got coloured card coming out my bum. Coloured paper, on the other hand, I did not have. So I went out and I bought 3 kinds. I've got a couple of pairs of scissors, some double-sided tape, my garden sticks. So the rose, we'll go for a nice blue rose. So, like I say, that one was nice and easy to do. So first of all, we're going to need 4 squares. Now, the edges are getting cut off, so it doesn't matter if you tear at this point. That's what I'll be doing. So, our 4 squares, like this, and like this. So we've got 4 little dinky triangles, and what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a circular edge. From the flappy, from all the open bits, you want to have everything where it's folded down the bottom. So we should have 4 of these. Now what we're going to do is take 1 segment out of the first one, 2 of the second one, 3 of the third one, and straight in half for the last one. Now, you can choose to just use these bits and discard those, or you can go as far as you like with this. I try to go as far as I like. So what we're going to do is bring that in and over, so you'll have 6 petals essentially. So bring one in and over itself. We're going to do that with as many bits as you like. Now we are going to snip the bottoms off a lot of these because we're going to start threading them on. So just take a little bit off to begin with. You can always take a little bit more depending on how you want it built up. And we're going to do the same for each of these. I'm going to put a tiny bit. This is optional. You can just push them all on and then tape the very last one. This will help hold everything in place as you're going. And you want to build them up from least amount to most amount. Now, I'm going to get green. Yeah, quite nice like that actually. We'll go with that. Now get one of your sticks, or a pencil, or a cocktail stick. Actually, a cocktail stick might be easier. And we're just going to go round and curl the edges of the petals. There we go. How pretty does that look? Now the next one, which I have admittedly mixed success with. So let's just have a try with this paper, see how this paper works. So we're going to need a fairly yellow, well, you don't have to, have it whatever colour you like, but I'm going to do the centre first. Right, so we're going to get ourselves a nice centre put together. Now this you can stick in the middle of pretty much all your flowers. They'll look quite pretty. Rectangle of paper, fold it in half, edge to edge, fold it in half lengthways. And what we're going to do is put a strip of double-sided tape across the one edge. This will stick it to the garden stick, but it will also stop us from cutting too far. That'll be our guide as to where to cut. So for this, we are simply cutting a load of tassels really close together, as close as you feel comfortable with. Now what we're going to do is roll that right across there. And fingers crossed it will do it for us. This isn't always easy, this bit. In fact, if you want to make a dandelion, there you go, you have a dandelion. Now, we're going to want to turn it into a big circle. So we're going to start just by folding it into quarters. We're going to ignore this because it's getting cut off. So it'll be a rough circle. Now we're going to cut down there like so. We're going to leave perhaps a quarter Then we're going to go and snip the corners. Now for the edge one, you only need to go one way. But for all the rest, it's going to be two ways. And then we're going to take a little bit out the bottom, just a very little bit. Right off. And we're going to cut right into there. We've got to curl it around on itself. That's what we have to do. Push it up as far as we can. There we go. In fact, we might just curl these edges a little bit now that it's on there and it's a bit more manageable. Oh, that's come out quite well. I think the last one we'll try today is this one. Can we get it to look anything like what it's meant to look like? Now, I've seen what it's meant to look like, so I will be honest with you. This looks good, but it's not meant to look like that. It's meant to look close to that, but not so chaotic. So let's find out. So we'll start out with a yellow centre. Right, spread forward, nice centre. Nice dandelion again. So for this one, we're going to need double side and double side. So right across this edge, and then on the top side, but on reverse, the same. So what we're going to do is fold it in half. Is it the other way? Yeah, fold it in half. It doesn't really matter what way you do this, I guess, but if you've got paper that's coloured both sides, for this I'm going to try and get the colour on the outside, so hopefully I've done this right. Now, fold it over lengthways, then halfways, or halfways then lengthways, and then we're going to cut down to the tape. So now we're going to open it up completely, and what we're going to do is bring this is skewed over here like this, so bringing it in by perhaps one. We have that across there like that. So we're slightly askewed. Now we're going to take the tape off this side and we are going to roll it around what we've just done. So, fingers crossed. This actually does what it's meant to do this time, and it already doesn't look like it's doing what it's meant to do. It already looks like I'm going to end up in the same mess that I ended up with before. In fact, it looks like I'm going to end up with exactly the same mess that I ended up with before. Yes, it is going to be exactly the same mess that I ended up with before. It does not look like what it's meant to look like in the slightest. Well, I'm going to continue. So I can tell you now, that is not the picture that I saw. I guess it's slightly better than that one, but is it just because it's got colour? I'm beginning to wonder, even though I saw this put together with my own 2 eyes and got a very different result. This is not what I saw. This looks like a pine cone. It looks like a pine cone that's had a bad hair day. Do I dare try it one more time? Should I try it one more time? I'm going to try that one more time. One more time. I'm going to try a little bit more of a dramatic twist to see if that helps. So, last one of the day, because I'll try doing it in thinner ones this time. I'll try doing it in thinner strips. Right, we've done it much thinner this time. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to askew it even more. So I'm going to try and bring it right over here. See if that makes a difference. That's what I'm going to try. Take that off. Get this. Let's find out. And it's looking like the same sort of mess that we had to begin with already. It's looking like a worse mess. Oh my days, I'm not even trying at this point, to be honest, because it's... You're meant to be able to just like go, oh look, there's the yellow. There's the yellow. Oh yeah. The only time I've got anything come out that looks like a flower, I didn't do it right. See, first attempt, I didn't put the skew in. But look at that, that does look quite pretty. Has a really nice sound to it as well. Carries itself well like a flower. Then I realised I didn't put the skew in. So I tried to put the skew in. Made a mess. Tried again. Made a mess. Tried again. Made a tighter mess. So I am going to call it there. Well, that's my attempt at paper flowers. Some successes. Like these. These are beautiful. I'll make them again. I'll see if I can build on these. Like I say, put a couple of different colours built up on that. I think that'll look really nice. The rose looks really nice. I might try it with bigger paper next time. Make as big a rose as possible. These ones, I don't know if I'm ever going to try them again. I'm not one for being beaten. Crafts or not, if it's part of the art world, I like to give it a go until I can get an achievable result that's as close as possible to what it's meant to look like. Yeah. We'll see. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. Some of this you can take something away from, like if you've never made a paper rose before, that's nice and easy. Or even like a dahlia. Nice and easy. You can try this by all means. If you want a bouquet like that. In fact, please do try it and let me know if you have any success. Let me know if I'm going wrong somewhere. Am I making it too tight, too high up? Is it meant to comb down as I'm going? These are things I couldn't see when I was seeing it be made for the one and only time. Yeah, let me know if you have any success with that one. Equally, because I'm always up for trying new things, hence this. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to try. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.